On this episode of The Commercial Break. The next episode of The Commercial Break starts now.
Yeah, boy!
Oh, yeah, cats and kittens. Welcome back to The Commercial Break. I'm Bryan Green. This is my dear friend and the co-host of this show, Kristen Joy Hoadley. Best to you, Krissy.
Best to you, Bryan.
Best to you out there in the podcast and streaming audience. While my yams are not out today, my cans are out. So, yams out, cans out. Here we go. We're back in the studio. Someone said, when the fuck do you guys exactly go live? And I said... it's a witch's brew. Ew, it's a witch's brew.
It's a potluck.
Hibbity dibbity bibbity bo. I'll tell you when we're gonna go live. No, it's not going to happen.
It's gonna be Wednesdays, Thursdays. Nope.
Nope.
Monday, Tuesday.
Nope.
Nope. Just Tuesday.
Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
Nope. Thursday night.
Yeah.
Nope. Sumder Day. What's Sumder Day? On the leap year, we promised to go live on the 29th.
Yes.
Until we don't go live on the 29th. You'll figure it out. Just stay tuned. Hit that YouTube subscribe bell. I was talking with someone at not me. I should be clear about this. I wasn't talking. I was eavesdropping on a conversation that someone else was having with a youth.
I love eavesdropping.
I know. Eavesdropping is the best.
It is.
And then I imagined in my head I was part of the conversation.
Right.
And I was imagining then that I was part of the conversation. I was like retorting in my head. A big muckety muck from YouTube was having a meeting inside of the office. And he had an interesting factoid that I think is people in the know would know. IKYTDKNY.
If you know, you
if
know.
you know, you know, bitches. That subscriber counts are now a vanity metric. They don't matter anymore. Doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. Now, when you own the subscriber, what do I mean by that? If you have a Substack channel and someone's paying you money and you have their email address, that's an owned subscriber. An earned subscriber would be someone on YouTube that doesn't pay you money necessarily directly, but they subscribe to you. But he was explaining that the algorithm largely drives viewing now, has nothing to do with subscribers. So while your subscribers may be the first to see your stuff, it's not 100% guaranteed that they're going to see your stuff. And depending on what that YouTube watcher is interested in that moment, then everything could change. So in other words, we're all fucked. We're all fucked. Creator economy is in its wily teenage years. I also read a very depressing stat here, Krissy. I'll let you know this. Someone in another muckety muck in the podcast industry said no longer can most podcasters make enough money to support their lifestyle.
We've known that for a while.
With just advertising. Yeah, we've known that for a while. It's not going to get better, kids. It's not going to get better. Support your local podcaster. Buy our merch. We don't have any merch. Yes, we do. Actually, we've got some extra merch. So if you want a piece of merch and you didn't get one the first time, only time we dropped a merch, then let me know. So Astrid and I are here at the house last night, and we're chitting and chatting away as a couple does sometimes when the kids go to bed. And I said, honey, if you could do one thing in October, what would that one thing be? Because you know I'm a good husband like that.
Yes.
And
you are.
Astrid said, Jonas Brothers. And I said,
She loves her Jonas Brothers.
she loves her Jonas
A lot of people
Brothers.
do.
Oh, they're very popular. They have not fallen out of favor.
Nope.
At all. They're
Which is
just
quite
as
amazing.
popular now, if not, I mean, maybe not as popular as the screaming teenage girl phase or the 12-year-olds.
No, but those girls have now
They
grown
grow up.
Yeah.
And now there's my wife
Uh-huh.
right there, screaming like a little teenager over the Jonas Brothers. Now, those keen-eyed observers of the show will know that I have not shied away from going to a Jonas Brothers concert with my wife. And those who remember the story will remember that I, in fact, liked the show. I thought it was good. And I don't know a fucking thing about the Jonas Brothers, except what Astrid tells me. And it's all castle drama, essentially. This guy cheated on this girl, and
Sure.
this brother hates that brother, and there's the fourth brother. The fourth brother?
Oh,
I
that's
didn't know there
right.
was a fourth brother. There's a fourth brother. He plays like the saxophone or something in the band. They're paying him a little chump change to get up there.
Yeah.
But he's clearly not as talented as the
Throwing
rest
a
of them.
bone.
Yeah, throw the kid a bone. Why not? You're all rich and famous with hot wives. You can throw the ugly one a bone, can't you? And so there's the fourth brother, just a little bit frumpy. Yeah, balding. Yeah, I don't even think he really plays the saxophone. I think there's someone else who's playing the saxophone. Actually, he doesn't play the saxophone. He plays the bass. I should be clear about that.
Oh, okay.
A very attractive woman plays the saxophone in that band, and she is fucking smoking. And I don't mean looks-wise. She is that also. She knows how to play the saxophone. I was super impressed.
I love
They had like
that.
a horn section, and that horn section was jamming. It was like a good,
I
rocky,
love horns.
awesome. Horn section, I'm a sucker for horn section. I
too.
went to Taylor Swift, I didn't see one horn. I went to Jonas Brothers, there was 5 of them. Okay? That's all I got to say. If I had to pick to go to another concert, I wouldn't pick Taylor. I would pick the Jonas Brothers all day long. So there's the fourth
You're
brother.
in luck.
I'm in luck. Here they come for the 4th time in 2 years. And of course, we got to go. There's only one problem. We already have tickets to another show the exact same night. And that show is another set of brothers that are Venezuela popular. They're
Oh, okay.
Venezuela famous. Very famous in Venezuela. You hear all about them. It's like this singing group of brothers. And they broke up a long time. There's there's 3 brothers and then 2 not brothers that are there. And they broke up a long time ago. And everyone was really upset. The name of the band is Vaz Vase. If you know, KYD. Anyway. Okay. So Astrid goes, oh my God, they're coming to our local regional public theater.
Wow.
The one in our town,
Yeah.
the town that I live in, which is like 100 seats, right? Now, the last time I saw them, keen-eyed observers of the commercial break will know, I went to a Venezuelan restaurant where they moved all the
remember
tables
this.
out of the way
Yes.
and put
So they're
chairs.
back.
They're back.
Okay.
This place was packed, and now they're back, and they're doing just a little bit of a bigger venue. And when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit, not much bigger. This is where, like, my daughter goes and does dance recitals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like they're playing, the Dome or something like that. But Astrid got really excited when we got these tickets to go see the Vaz Vase brothers. Okay, great, wonderful, fantastic. But now there's Jonas Brothers and Vaz Vase. The
Conflict.
conflict of interest. Now Astrid explains to me, I really want to go see Vaz Vase because that's my childhood. Those are my people.
Sure.
Like, I'd like to go. And I said, we should go to that because it's been a decade since we saw them last, and they're not touring around every 3rd day like the fucking Jonas Brothers. In the back of my head, what I'm really thinking is, I don't want to spend $6,000
Yes,
to see the fucking
exactly.
Jonas Brothers again. But it's my wife. You got to make her happy. And I'm
Yes.
kind of an asshole, and I'm a little bit forgetful. And she's like, already pissed because she has to be the family calendar so that Bryan can remember anything. So I'm like, well, babe, just make a decision. And I support that decision. We'll go.
Ladies' choice, as Jeff says to me.
Ladies' choice.
Yes.
Jeff knows. He's a gentleman. You know which. Sidetrack here, as the show often does. When you go to the airport, you all of a sudden know who was raised in a good household. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because you go through those fucking security lines, and you'll be an asshole. You'll be an asshole if you just leave your bucket sitting there for everybody else to pick up. Come on.
That. Yes.
Just take it and put it at
Do
the end.
thing.
Just
I
do
know.
the thing.
When I see people do that, I'm always like, wow. Does that seem right? That you just picked up your shit and walked off?
Yeah, and now they're all backing up, and
Yes.
we have to wait, and we have to do it for you.
Yeah.
It says it automatically does it, but we all know that's not
doesn't-
true.
doesn't happen.
Never happens. The other day I was at the airport, and it's like late at night. It's like I'm taking a 9 o'clock flight or something, and there's 12 empty trays.
Yeah.
And no more trays can come down because all the trays are
I
there.
mean, I'll just whatever
Me
and
too.
just pick them up and stack them and take them down.
So me and this lovely woman this lovely woman, start collecting.
Uh-huh.
And I say the exact same thing to him. You go to the airport, you know who was raised right, right? And I'm saying that in the earshot of a guy that's standing right in front of me, watching us pick these things up. And his shit comes down the thing, and he just picks up his bags and he leaves.
Walks off.
Staring
Good
at me.
God.
And I'm like, do you not get the, do you not, fuck you. All right, ladies' choice. We're going to go to Jonas Brothers because Vas Vase we're looking at the ticket sales in Vas Vase, and it might be canceled anyway because we might be the only two people that show up to go to Vas Vase.
Yeah.
It's really specific kind of thing, right? And it's a small town theater. It's not a small town theater. It's a town theater. It's not like downtown. Okay, all right. So we're going to go to Jonas Brothers. And I said, don't worry, babe. I'll take care of it. I got it covered. And she's like, no, you don't. No, I don't trust that. And I was like, you don't trust that? I got us like basically front row tickets to Taylor Swift. I paid $78,000 for, but I basically got front row tickets to Taylor Swift. How can you not trust me? I've gotten us Pearl Jam tickets. She'd give a shit less. I took you to Fitz. She'd give a shit less. I can do this, babe. I got this covered. And she goes, no, you don't have this covered. I've got artist, pre-sale, venue approved, Citibank, first right of refusal, special access card code.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is how they fuck you, Astrid. This is how they fuck you. They get 75 different pre-sales, and then they charge extra money, and that's how they fuck you. What I was thinking in my mind is we'll wait till 2 days before the concert and find some cheap tickets online. She did not like that. She did not like that.
No, the pre-sale is actually good. I got some pre-sale stuff a little while back, and it seemed like it didn't even have as many fees and whatever in it. I don't know. So Astrid calls me, texts me this morning. Hey, babe, please, let me give you the code. Go and get online for the Ticketmaster fucking bullshit. I still have PTSD from trying to get fucking Oasis tickets. So I'm like, remember that whole drama? God, yeah.
We spent a whole day going around the world trying to get tickets to Dublin, England, Dubai, San Francisco.
I think you got tickets and didn't go.
We got tickets and we didn't go. That's right. We got tickets to Chicago and we didn't go. We couldn't make it happen. Yeah. So I think we sold those. Yeah, we sold those tickets. I think we paid like $400 a piece for the tickets, and we got $700 a piece for the tickets. So
okay. It worked
not
out.
a bad day at the office. So Astrid says, please. So at 10 a.m., so at 9:55, I log on. I'm in the waiting fucking line. Yep. So I'm thinking to myself, Jesus, I'm going to sit here all day waiting for these tickets. But actually, I was the 600th person in line. So boop, 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 boop. 3 minutes later, it moved quick. Yeah, I mean, there's probably thousands of people online at the same time. It takes a couple minutes for them to check out, and then you move on. And it's, all those ticket brokers are on there waiting to scalp your ticket. So I get 2 tickets. I put them in the bucket, and I'm like, okay, here's 2 relatively good tickets. Astrid had already told me which section she wanted to sit in. She already knew. Yeah. Same section we were in last time for the Jonas Brothers tickets. So I So I pop them in there, and $772. And I'm like, $772 fucking dollars? Jeez. You got to be goddamn kidding me to go see the fucking Disney twins? What? $772? I could have a robot that skims my pool of all the leaves and debris and saves me the rest of my fucking life out in that backyard for $772. I could get 2 of them. And I'm going to pay that to go see the goddamn Jonas Brothers? So in my head, I'm like, I could probably get a better deal if I just wait till 2 days before the and I know I can. I know I will. That's how this shit works. They're highest at first, and then they go higher 2 months before the concert.
True.
And then 2 days before the concert, all those brokers start panicking that they're going to lose their asses, and they just start selling the tickets. And it's not like Taylor Swift. Yeah. And it's not fucking a brand new Pokemon card set. You know what I'm saying? It's like, these are the Jonas Brothers. They've been here 4 times in 2 years. I think we're okay. Like, we're going to figure this out. But as I'm sitting there debating that.
It's a gamble, though. It's a thing.
It's a gamble. It always is. I think I'll win because I usually win. I've always won in this particular way, except for the Taylor Swift tickets, which I lost terribly on that. I also didn't realize it was her last show of the leg of the tour. So, and being recorded for Disney Plus, like everybody knew. And it was just like, anyway. So they got that little timer. That little fucking timer. You have 6 minutes to check out. Yep, 5 minutes to check out. You'll be kicked out.
Beep, countdown.
Yeah, and so I spent, if there was 7 minutes left on the timer, I spent 6 minutes and 37 seconds debating in my head what to do here because I kept looking at that number and I'm like, I got angrier and angrier at the Jonas Brothers. At how those 3, talented as they may be, have managed to weather every fucking storm and come out on the end to now be charging Bryan fucking Green, co-host of The Commercial Break, $772 for the pleasure of bringing his wife to a concert we have already seen now for the third time in 2 years. Riddle me that.
Oh, God.
It was
You
really.
did it, though.
Of course I did.
Yes.
Because I would tell Astrid I got the tickets even if I didn't, and she would go show them to me.
Exactly.
And I would be like, well, they'll get delivered soon. And Ticketmaster has a new security feature where they don't actually send you the tickets till 2 days ahead of time.
Right.
So I'll show them to you then. Just take comfort in the knowledge that we are going for sure. Now sell those Voss Base tickets for $22.50 a piece so I can make a little bit of our money back. Oh my God, $772.
That's a lot of money.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. It's insane. It is a lot of money. Despite the notion that you may have in your head, listener of TCB, Krissy and I are not making a ton of money with this show. Some months we aren't making money on this show. Don't even get into it. But, this is a tough slog being in a crater. Yeah, that was a splurge for sure.
But
for sure.
For Astrid's happiness, I mean, you can't put a price on it.
What are you going to do?
I mean, you can, but you can't.
Happy wife, happy life. Someone who said that really knew what they were talking about. Astrid and I's anniversary was a couple weeks ago, 10-year anniversary.
Yes,
our
I
wedding
said congratulations on the socials, but I didn't say it to you in person. Congratulations, 10 years.
Yeah, that's a long time.
I can't believe it's been 10 years since I was at your wedding.
10 years.
Oh
wow, you and Jeff are 8 years?
Yes. We've been together 14.
Right. 8 years married. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're coming up next week.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
On which wedding do you celebrate? The one in Italy or the one?
The Italian one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We celebrate not the legal one. We celebrate we celebrate them both a little bit, but the big one is the actual wedding that happened here in Atlanta.
Yes.
So I put
that was so fun, by the way.
Oh my God, that was a party.
Yeah.
That was really a party. It was a party until then I went to 2 weddings in Spain and realized that our wedding kind of paled in comparison to those two. I do have to say, Gustavo has probably put the best wedding that I've ever been to on. But how do you beat Llama Farm, Ostrich Farm in Madrid?
Exactly.
And all of the things that come with it. I mean, they really outdid themselves. I mean, on that one. But you also had a fun wedding too.
Yeah, it was just the two of us.
Yeah, well, I mean, the wedding, like
when we
at the
celebrated
church, yeah,
it in here in the U.S. Yeah, that was fun too.
Yeah, and I do remember the reception at your place and getting a little frothy at that. I think I was a little drunk, actually. I think we were all a little drunk. Anyway.
We were.
So I put this little thing together on Instagram, as I like to do. Yasser doesn't love me showing her face on my Instagram because of the tens of thousands of people that I don't know, the strangers that follow me. And they all seem to be very lovely. I've had one or two that I've had to, I don't respond to because they seem like they may not. Yeah, but I've only blocked one person. And I've had 50,000 followers. So I put this little thing together, and I just wanted to express my love.
It was beautiful. I saw it.
Yeah, and I wrote a little scribe, and a part of that scribe said, till death do us part, sickness and health, rich and poor, blah, 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 blah. And I mentioned in that, in parentheses, that whoever wrote those really knew what the fuck they were talking about. Rich or poor, sickness, health, till death do us part. If you if you're actually married and you actually do it, not like my first marriage that lasted 3 months, but if you actually go through a period of time with somebody, I guess you don't even have to be married to do this, but you go through a relationship and you really commit to it and you figure it out and you try and walk the path and you do the whole thing, it is like the wildest fucking ride. It really is. It's an adventure. It's an Odysseus type of adventure, trying to get back home.
Yeah.
You see the monsters, you celebrate in the glory, you drink some booze, you get kicked in the nuts by a cyclops, you run out of money, you're drowning in the water. It's a whole fucking thing. It's just an adventure.
Ups and downs, thicks and thins.
Thicks and thins. I'm going to have AI write me a book about my marriage, and I'm going to sell it online, and I'm going to pretend that it's not. So I will say this. Happy wife, happy life. Never a truer statement been said. And I guess it doesn't have to be wife. Whoever wears the pants in the family, that person needs to be happy most of the time. And make no mistake, most marriages I've seen, it's the woman. It's the woman. The man might make the money. The man might have the bigger muscles. The man might puff up his chest and peacock around. But close those doors, and we all know who's controlling the situation. It is not the man, because it's just how we're built. We're dum-dums. We're dum-dums, and we need to be led around like a little puppy dog, and that's what Astrid has done. So that's $772.
Yes.
That
seems like a bargain now.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. That I will crow about from here probably until the end of the year. And I will bitch and complain about how much money I spent to go see the fucking Jonas Brothers. I will see my wife happy for 2 hours out of 6 months. 2 hours out of the 6 months at the end of the year. I will see her happy and singing her songs and dancing along. And I will gladly say to myself, it's all been worth it, Bryan. It's all been worth it. Fuck you, Jonas Brothers. Give a little back. You can't give a brother some free tickets? I am really excited to have here on this show the Jonas Brothers.
We can invite them.
We did invite them actually one time. No response. No, they didn't. Which I should mention, Krissy, as I'm talking to you, we're having a meeting right now about this. I may bring back the occasional guest.
Yes.
As I think there are some people who would like to come back on the show. Des Bishop, who is our boy that I just went and saw, Zoltan, wants to come back on the show.
I always love Reggie too. In fact, I popped into Instagram the other day and saw a whole little video with Reggie and Jack White.
Yes.
Hanging out, doing something it looked like by Reggie's pool.
I saw that. I saw the same thing. Yeah. Reggie has written me an email and has said that he would come back on the show when and if the time is appropriate. So we'll get back. If we can figure out when we record between Krissy and I, then we can start agreeing to other people and they record. Okay. It's a 2 for Tuesday on Wednesday. So stay tuned, everybody. Let's do this. Let's take a short, but not too short break, so Bryan can go pee-pee, and then go pee-pee and ask Ticketmaster if I can get my money back.
You're having regrets.
Yeah, now I'm having regrets. Now I'm like, Astrid's happiness.
Buyer's remorse.
Astrid's happiness, yeah, but pool robot. Pool robot. I begged her for the pool robot yesterday. I'm like, babe, the pool robot. It's on sale right now. I can get it right now. It's a solar-powered leaf-collecting skimmer. And that's what I do with most of my life. I'm out there I was just out there right before you walked in the door. And I still have work to do out in that pool. And by the way, the chlorine level is at 100. It's like, it's basically bleach at this point. You're swimming in bleach. And I don't give a shit. Because you know what? There's not one green stain on that goddamn floor. And that's all I care about. All right, let's take a break. And we'll be back.
Hey, it's Rachel, your new voice of God here on TCB. And just like you, I'm wondering just how much longer this podcast can continue. Let's all rejoice that another episode has made it to your ears, and I'll rejoice that my check is in the mail. Speaking of mail, get your free TCB sticker in the mail by going to tcbpodcast.com and visiting the Contact Us page. You can also find the entire commercial break library, audio and video, just in case you want to look at Krissy, at tcbpodcast.com. Want your voice to be on an episode of the show? Leave us a message at 212-433-3TCB. That's 212-433-3822. Tell us how much you love us, and we'll be sure to let the world know on a future episode. Or you could make fun of us. That'd be fine too. We might not air that, but maybe. Oh, and if you're shy, that's okay. Just send a text. We'll respond. Now I'm gonna go check the mailbox for payment while you check out our sponsors, and then we'll return to this episode of the commercial break.
Best to you, best to you, best to you, best to you.
Best to you, best to you, best to you, best to you. Oh, hey.
Yeah, I was muted.
Sorry. There you go.
I just saw something come across my news here. It says in Queens, New York, there was a 3,000-gallon fuel spill.
Oh, good. I'm sure that'll help my travels later on this evening.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thought I'd let you know.
Fucker. Yeah, it's supposed to rain the next 3 days in a row. And you know what I've decided if I have delays that are like just getting outrageous, I'm going to take the fucking Amtrak. Why not?
Yeah.
I just sit there, let them do the driving. It takes 12 hours. It's not the shortest thing in the world, but I could get like a sleeper car and just like chill and just do work and fuck it.
Yeah.
And get home, the next morning. Yeah, it is something to think about. Have you been keeping up? Let's take a little dive here into the world of Donald Trump.
Oh, God.
Have you been keeping up with this whole Natalie Harp situation?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I've been reading about that. I didn't even know that was a thing. She was a thing, but I guess she's been around for a while.
This is insane.
It's weird.
This lady is really, I think, unhinged.
Yeah.
And he's unhinged. So now we have two unhinged people. And we have one of them that is essentially guiding the access to the president of the United States with her fucking physical body. I was following this story on CNN last night, which I don't love CNN. It's not my favorite news channel in the world, but they had a wild story that it was like sourced and double reported and, people on the inside. And, CNN, I can say this about CNN, 99% of the time, I think they do cover their butts. Like if they're going to put something on air, they're going to make sure at least more than one person is saying it. It's not going to be a bunch of hearsay, unless it's the opinion shows. So they put out this investigative report that Donald Trump was going to a court appearance right before he became president. He was going to a court appearance. And the Secret Service and others put him in a car to go to that court appearance. And Natalie was trying to get into the vehicle. And they kept saying, no, the president rides in this vehicle and only the president with his security. And she got so obsessed with the idea that she needed to be in the vehicle that she opened the trunk of the car and sat there like a small child, huddled in the trunk of this SUV. Like, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go. I'm going everywhere the president goes. And I don't give a shit. He's my guy, and I'm not going to leave his side.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Melania Trump? Where is she?
Oh, she gave up a long time ago.
I think so, too. Yeah.
Yeah, but I also saw something, and I think that they have, like, her brother on.
Her brother is like, she's sick.
Yeah,
we need to get her away from the president.
Let's just say that Trump isn't the first president that she's been obsessed with.
Oh, really?
She's written letters to.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess George W. Bush
was
one before that.
No shit.
And yeah, it's really weird. And
it's
wild.
Where
am I getting these letters from too? These letters that she's writing him, like, you're my everything. I love you so much. You're all my heart, Natalie.
You're my world. No one cares about you like I care about you. I love you. Where are the people? Like, where is Susie Wiles? Where is Don Jr.? Where is Ivanka? Show your face besides in, whatever far-flung location you're trying to, rape and pillage the land over there for your beach resort. Where are these people to step in and say, this is a little weird?
Yeah.
And I think we got to slow our roll before someone gets a hold of the nuclear codes that is so unhinged she has to jump in the back of a car and pout like a little child to get her way. That seems crazy to me. And now she is being filmed and photographed every single where he goes. Mm-hmm. And that concerns me. He is the president of the fucking United States, and let's all just be real honest about it. He is not well. And that is no blame on anything having to do with Donald Trump. We can get into his own ego and his narcissistic personality disorder and all that stuff that's clearly going on. He is 81 years old, almost. The guy is just old. He's just old. And this is what happens to old people. I know, because I'm dealing with it right now with my parents. Mm-hmm. And not my mom specifically. But, they start to, like, the reality starts to bleed a little bit. And when you've got, like, a 39-year-old assistant who's just running around with your diapers and a backpack and a printer, like a physical printer.
Yes,
she's carrying around a physical printer.
They were calling her the printer girl.
The human printer.
The human printer,
yes. And then I saw yesterday that, unbelievable.
I know. There was something about her running alongside trying to keep up with his golf cart as he was at, like, his Scotland.
And she's, like, got a printer.
The Scotland golf course. I mean.
It's wild.
What?
This is wild. We are living in an alternate universe.
Yeah.
Listen, every president has trusted aides that follow them probably most places they go. It's just what happens when you're the president of the United States. People are up on you 24 hours a day. If it's not security or Secret Service, It's the people who are helping you make these decisions. You have to run a fucking country, and you clearly cannot do that on your own. Donald Trump's giving it a valiant effort, but you cannot do that on your own. But you know, I think we as a country who have now voted this guy in, the people of the country, should be able to determine who exactly is biting his ear off, because those people are the people that are influencing the decisions he's making. And she is always up on him. What is she saying? What is the nature of the relationship? How does she's like,
apparently she's spouting the conspiracy theories that are, coming across on her social media stuff. And I mean, she was like a news reporter for that
Newsmax?
Yes.
Yeah. Newsmax?
Yeah.
God, we are so fucked. We are so fucked. Somebody needs to get Natalie. Someone needs to get Natalie and just check on her. And let's get her a nice vacation somewhere for a couple months. You know what I'm saying? Like, send her to Hawaii. And
there might need to be some kind of evaluation at least.
An evaluation, an intervention, something. I mean, honestly, I will be surprised if we don't go the next 2.5 years without someone trying to invoke the 25th Amendment. I really will. I think that, God bless America, I think Donald Trump has really lost his marbles. You can see it. There are so many. My favorite thing on Instagram right now are the people who take the transcripts of Donald Trump just talking and then they repeat the words.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. When it comes out of his mouth, everybody's like, it's gospel.
Right, but when you see it written, you're like, what?
Or you hear somebody else say it, it's like, did someone actually speak those words physically out of their mouth? It is so fucking confusing. I don't understand what he's saying. I'm not following it. 80%, someone did an actual graph, like 80% of the time that he's talking about the ballroom, the arch.
Oh, God, did you see
plane.
that? I was listening to the New York Times thing this morning, and it was saying, I mean, I guess people are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to try and get it done. And, it's been held up in court, supposedly. But now Trump's team and everybody is taking the Supreme Court to say, hey, look, we're too far in. I mean, that's not, you can't do that.
You can't, but he will. And it's likely the Supreme Court will either not hear the case.
We're too far in.
We're too far in. You know what? To some degree, I agree. You're too far. What are you going to do? Leave a hole in the White House lawn?
Yeah, no,
at this point, finish the fucking job, I guess.
Still,
I mean, honestly, it's like $1 billion. We were never going to pay for it. All these corporations were going to pay for it, which is bad enough. But then all of a sudden now we're paying for it out of our tax dollars. How much money I get out of my fucking paycheck goes to taxes? It's goddamn ridiculous. And it's hard to afford $772 Jonas Brothers tickets when you're getting so many taxes taken out. This guy's got a hole in the White House lawn. We now got to pay $1 billion for, and it's so he can have a 5-story bunker that he can hide out in when he loses the election. I mean, it's just like, this is all just like fantastical,
it is
magical thinking that this is how they do. They just bowl everything over. They break everything, and then everybody tries to put it back together, and it doesn't work because it's already broken. And it's not like you just snap these things and make them happen. The democracy is fragile. Unless we protect it, it breaks, and it's broken in so many different places. I could get over the ideological differences. That is the way the cookie crumbles when you live in a democracy. Always has been. Somebody comes in power, they do things you don't like. Your guy comes in power, they do things you like, but then some things you don't like. We make negotiations, and there's mediation that goes on. The pendulum swings one way. I could get over all of that, all of it, and just understand that's the way that this works. It's the rampant corruption that is insane to me, insane to me. That plane was a gift to the United States of America, but now all of a sudden they're singing a different tune. It's Donald Trump's plane. It was a gift to Donald Trump, and he's going to take it with him when he leaves.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But the point that I really wanted to make at the beginning of this is we as the Americans need to understand exactly who has got Donald Trump's ear, and it looks like Natalie Harp is number one. And somebody needs to check on that relationship. Somebody that's impartial. Isn't there there should be somebody in the
should be
the attorney for the president.
He's just surrounded himself though with all
sycophants.
Of these,
sycophants who refuse to say no to him and just blow smoke up his ass. And we're in a big muck. We're in a big muck, and I don't know how we get out of it. It's kind of a hot mess, and I don't want to just hate Trump to hate Trump. I'm not that guy. I mean, I don't like Trump, but I don't want to be that guy who's just like, resistance media, just saying.
No, and I remember when he first got elected, you and I talked about it. Look, no, we didn't vote for him. It's not what we wanted, but hey, maybe.
We'll just survive
maybe,
it. Yeah,
maybe he will do some good things.
Agreed.
But once again.
He hasn't. He hasn't. Name one thing that has been beneficial.
The Strait of Hormuz. God.
Oh, man, it's terrible.
We're taxing Canada. Never mind, we're not. We're taxing doing this.
We own Greenland. No, we don't.
Yeah.
Sorry. Bitcoin. Ballroom. Yeah. Natalie, where are you? Diapers. Need diapers. But I will say this. Of all the things that Donald Trump, okay, he hasn't raised our taxes. I'll give him that much, right? He hasn't raised our taxes. Okay, at least not yet. And I'll give him one other thing. You remember like a couple of years ago you called me and you were like, oh, our accountant says if we don't fill out this piece of paper, we'll get a $2,000 fine, like about how this reporting piece of paper that we had to put in. Well, Donald Trump just took that all okay. So now we don't need to do that anymore. Okay, so there you go. One less piece of paper that I didn't fill out anyway. So there you go. I did read about that. It's to protect from money laundering, essentially, is what it is, so that you can't have buried LLCs inside of buried LLCs that no one knows who owns them and all this other stuff. Well, that was the good gravy days of moving your money to Aruba tax-free, and they're back, baby. They're back. Woohoo! So next time I think about buying Jonas Brothers tickets, I can just move it into my shell corporation and go from there.
Yeah, it's all legal now.
Well, I don't even know what a shell corporation is, so don't come after me. I don't even understand what that term is. I think it means a corporation that owns a corporation that owns a corporation, and it's all hidden under a muck of paperwork.
Yeah, I think the shell is like the umbrella. And then there's all the other nefarious things that are going on underneath the umbrella.
Jonas Brothers. I paid for it with my shell corporation. Ooh, it's a witch's brew. Unbelievable. Well, here's to hoping that democracy survives the next couple of years. Yeah, and I mean, and listen, we got a lot of problems in this country, in this world. Oh, I also read that they're now going to open up 40 million acres of national forest land to loggers. Mm-hmm. So, just mortgaging my children's future
through the through the rainforests.
As if AI wasn't a big enough concern for the actual existential threat that my children will survive to 18 years old. Now they won't have any trees. So there's that. It reminds me of The Lorax. You ever seen the movie The Lorax? Mm-hmm. It's a great movie, great kids movie, The Lorax. And I will tell you what. It's coming true. It's and if you've never read The Lorax or you haven't seen the movie The Lorax, which stars Taylor Swift, by the way, it's a cartoon. Ed Helms is in it. He plays the guy who's looking at the Lorax. Oh, and who's the Jimmy? Danny DeVito is in it too.
Oh yeah,
he plays the Lorax. It's a movie about a kid who lives in a fake plastic world, fake plastic trees everywhere, everything is manufactured. They have to blow in fresh air because, everything is nasty outside, but they live in this bubble. And then this kid finds a way out of the bubble and he sees that the entire world, all the trees, everything's gone. It's all been destroyed except for the Lorax, who is living in a very dark and nasty house. And the Lorax knows how to bring it all back. He understands the value of nature and the value of the things around him. But someone long ago mortgaged the future of these people, and now they're living in this weird plastic world. I think of that when I read stories like that. I'm like, are we going to be the Lorax? Are we the Lorax? Did we just mortgage our children's futures away? Listen, there's no debating climate change is happening. You can debate the reasons why, but you can't debate that it's happening. If we don't at least pay attention to the clip at which we are destroying the things that the universe gave us, AI is going to quickly decide that we're ants and that we're no longer needed. That's the concern, right? Yeah. Whee! So everything is great.
Yeah.
Natalie Harp's fantastic. Donald Trump's doing great things with his brand new ballroom. We're living in the Lorax. We don't have to worry about it. Everyone's going to be piping in fresh, clean air, and we'll have plastic trees that light up and dance when you play on your Spotify,
Yeah,
which
there
is
you go.
$29.99 a month now. So there you go. My fucking Spotify, fucking Spotify drives me goddamn crazy. If I could take down one company that affects me in some direct way, Spotify would be that company. I'll just let you know that. Spotify. So I guess we're not getting that Spotify contract anytime soon.
Nah.
That Rogan money's not coming our way, Krissy? Okay. All right. Okay. Let's take a break. And when we get back, there is something that I want to talk about. Children's television programming.
Oh, okay.
Don't ask me why. I just thought about it and decided I want to talk about it.
Okay.
All right. We'll be back.
Okay, you're probably wondering why I, Rachel, have taken over the voice duties at TCB. It's pretty simple. Astrid asked me to shut Bryan up, even for a minute. Well, lovely Astrid, your wish is my command. Do you want to help Astrid too? You know you do. Leave a message for her, or me, or Krissy at 212-433-3TCB. That's 212-433-3822. You can be on the show too. Just call and say something. Anything. Or text us and we'll text you right back. Promise. Then head over to tcbpodcast.com and get your free sticker. It's your constitutional right to a sticker, and we must abide. You get the point. Follow us on Instagram at The Commercial Break and watch all the episodes on video at youtube.com/The Commercial Break. Best to you and Astrid, especially Astrid.
All right, so the question here is, how many Bluey episodes have you watched?
I would say probably about 50.
50?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Throughout the years. Yeah, I mean, my nephews.
Oh, yeah, that's
were
true.
the-
That's true. I didn't think about that. Okay. And your impression...
So cute.
So cute.
Love the show.
So poignant. So real in every way, right? It is I mean, besides the dad just being spectacular in all ways, shapes, or forms, and the mom really being kind of the glue that holds it all together, this show is so impactful on so many different levels that I would venture to say it is one of the most impressive, meaningful, and popular shows that has ever been and ever will be. And all based on this one, the creator's kind of vision of his daughter growing up, right? And that was what sparked this all. He was an animator and a storyteller, and he said as he watched his daughter grow up, he wanted to remember her at a certain age in a certain way, and he wanted to wish that he could go back and do these certain things in these certain moments. This is besides them being dogs that can talk, which is dogs that can talk, it's a very heartwarming, touching, and beautiful show. It is the only child's television program that has ever made me cry, and it's done that on a couple of occasions. It's done that on the House episode. It did that on the John Pierre episode, where Bluey goes to. This is based in Australia, in case you don't know, and there are these dogs, these shepherds that essentially are Bluey, Bingo, the two sisters, and then you have the dad, Bandit, and what's the mom's name? I can't remember. Bandit and I can't remember her name. Anyway, this family, and they live in Australia, and they have other dog friends, and they have these adventures and misadventures, and the dad uses his imagination to help the kids like fully form these ideas, and you get into this universe. They're 14-minute episodes. They're very short, and they don't overly pontificate. They don't tell you the moral of the story. You have to observe the moral of the story. It's not speaking down to you, but it's very beautifully written. It's funny. It's interesting. The music is fucking fantastic. I do have to give it that. So there's an episode where Bluey goes to vacation, and the vacation is they bring their little trailer their trailer, to a campground, and they camp. Bluey meets a French dog that cannot speak English.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And they have these adventures for like 3 days, just playing. That's what they do. They just play, the language of play. And at the end of the third day, oh God, this is going to get me choked up. Bluey and Jean-Pierre, I think that's the dog's name in the episode.
Jean-Pierre.
Jean-Pierre.
So cute.
they plant a tree.
Yeah.
Playing pretend. They find a seed. They plant a tree near the stream. And at the end of the day, and by the way, Jean-Pierre, when he speaks, which is not a lot of the episode, is mostly just them playing, going through all these like make-believe adventures. But Jean-Pierre, at the end of the day, as the sun's going down and they're about to say goodnight to each other, he says, it's been really good to play with you. I'm leaving tonight. I'm leaving tomorrow in the morning, so I won't see you again. And they give each other a hug, and Bluey walks back to her camp, her little trailer, not understanding what the French dog just said because she doesn't speak French. She wakes up the next morning, and she wants to go play with Jean-Pierre, but Jean-Pierre is not there. He's gone.
Yeah.
And Bluey becomes very sad by this. And he goes back to his mom, or she goes back to her mom, and she says, I'm really sad because Jean-Pierre's not here. I can't find him. And the mom realizes what has happened and says, this is life. Sometimes we have the people that we care about there, and sometimes it's the memories that we make with them that survives the physical moment that we had with them. God damn, this makes me choke up.
Yeah, me too.
And later on in the episode, it's a fast-forward vision to years later when the two are grown up, and they come back to this place, and they see that the tree has grown, and the mom says, the tree can be a representation of the memories that you made together. And what a beautiful way to explain a very complicated thing to a child, which is that loss happens. And when it happens, it's not easy, but you can take the memories that you made with that person. That is what's important. We only have this moment, and that's it. And everything else is just ether. And what a beautiful way to describe. And I told my therapist, I said, when our dog died, Nico, when I put the dog down.
Yeah, Nico.
I used this. I have the book of this episode. There's a book that was made of this episode. I used this book to try and explain to my children how we should think about Nico and other people that are no longer in our lives, children that have moved away that they were friends with, or loss that has happened in our own personal experience. They just nail it. Bluey just gets it. They nail it. And Bluey is coming out with a movie in 2029. And at D23, they put out the first trailer for this. It is
29?
28. I'm sorry. In 2028.
God, I was like, they're really hyping it.
Yeah, I know.
3 years from now.
Yeah, and the difference is like Bluey is hand drawn. This will be CGI, so the characters look a little bit different. But I say all this to say that I was watching like the D23 coverage, like of all the Disney things that are coming up, and blah 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 blah, and that the trailer was like a teaser. It's like 30 seconds long. It's not even telling you anything about the movie. It's just Bluey and his sister playing a game called Keepy Uppy, which is a famous, like it's the balloon. Keepy Uppy, keep the balloon up. It's a famous episode, right, of it. And they show this trailer, and the crowd at first goes crazy and then goes silent, and then they do some crowd shots, and there are people that are crying, like adults, full-grown adults. Now, Disney adults, a little bit of a strange bunch, I know, because I might be considered one.
You're on the fringe.
I'm on the fringe. I'm on the fray. I can take a pot shot at Disney when I don't like what they do, but I am also a fan of the company and of their storytelling and their theme parks. But I'll tell you what, there was like people in the audience that were tearing up, or at least that's the shot that they were showing, and I was like, wow, Bluey has affected of course it's affected other people. There's another famous episode about them almost selling their house that everyone online will tell you is a tear-jerking episode, and it for sure as fuck is a tear-jerking episode, and they get it right there too. But, I think this show has just affected so many adults who have been watching this through they're watching their children, and then they look at the dad and they go, oh, I want to be that parent. Like, can I be a little bit more like Bandit? Can I be a little bit more playful? Can I get down on the floor and use my imagination with my children? It's just like I think our parents probably looked at Bill Cosby and said, oh, if I could be a dad like that, right? Maybe not so much anymore, but back then, you know what I'm saying? There were like examples that they had where they could look and they could say, oh, that's there. I think a generation now has looked at Bluey, of parents has looked at Bluey and gone, oh, that is childhood. That is what we should do. And I just applaud the whole thing. And so I was watching this D23 thing, looking at the tears, going, oh, yeah, I've had that reaction to Bluey too. And then this spiel of reels comes out of famous podcasters like Bill Simmons and other people talking about the Bluey show and the Bluey trailer that came out and how they have been affected by Bluey in their lives. And I see that this is not an isolated situation. I am not an isolated case.
No.
Many adults think Bluey is one of the best shows on television and certainly one of the best shows that we would let our kids watch that has, they don't get it. Not at this age. They don't get it. They're not going to pull every abstract concept out of a Bluey episode. But man, Bluey made this show for this guy made this show for fucking adults, and the children love it. I think that is how we should look at this. It's a beautiful show about parenthood and family, and the kids happen to like it too. It's not the other way around, because usually you go and you watch a movie for kids and you're like, oh, there's some adult references and they made it interesting for adults, like the Minions movie or whatever. But this one, I think, is the reverse. I think it was a show made for adults that children happen to like. That's my opinion. It's a fantastic
show.
I encourage you to go watch it. If you do one thing this weekend, if you're an adult without children, or you're not at that point in your life yet, or you never will be at that point in your life, go watch a Bluey episode. Watch the Jean-Pierre episode. Watch the house moving episode. Just watch a couple episodes of Bluey.
Any of them, really. Yeah. I mean, they're great.
I promise you, your life will improve if you watch Bluey. Remember that second segment of the show where we talked about all depressing stuff? Here's some good news. There is Bluey out there.
There is. Yes.
So if you have a chance to watch either Breaking Bad or Bluey this weekend, watch them both, but watch Bluey first. Or last, depending, after, depending on how you feel about your life. I want to get back into Breaking Bad. I've been seeing a lot of clips online lately, and I'm thinking, wow, that was such a fucking good show.
Yeah, Jeff and I started it again.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because I was like, I really want to go back and watch it again.
Yeah. I haven't watched it. I watched every episode as it came on live, right? Every episode. I was into it from the very first episode, the very first time it came on television. It really did. I was into it. I was into Bryan Cranston. I loved him in Malcolm in the Middle, and I was just so into it. And I watched every episode live until the very finale, and held out hope for a long time that Walt wasn't dead. But I think I should go back through it, because that's the feel-good kind of show that I need in my life right now.
Where the man gets blown up halfway.
Oh, my God. What a brilliant.
Half.
Yeah. What a brilliant episode of television.
Wow.
Yeah. That was stunning the first time I saw it. I was like, that's half a man.
Yes.
He just falls over.
Yep.
That's crazy. What a wild show that is. And how well did Bryan Cranston nail that character?
He nailed it, and I read his autobiography not too long ago, and it's fascinating.
I bet it is.
I would recommend it. Yeah, he was the Malcolm in the Middle. He had that big show first.
Huge.
And he did a lot of independent stuff and really kind of struggled throughout his career until there was the Malcolm in the Middle, and then he got the Walter White.
I will say that I think Malcolm in the Middle is a very underrated show. I cannot believe that it's not playing in syndication somewhere at any given time all the time. I actually don't know if it's in syndication. Like, I don't know where to watch Malcolm in the Middle. Maybe it's on Netflix. That's a show I want to watch again.
Yeah, exactly.
So funny. And Bryan Cranston is he's such a physical actor. He's so physical. Like, he knows how to use his body to get a point across or to make things funnier. He's a true physical comedic actor. And he took all of that physicality and put it into Walter White and literally transformed physically. Yeah. And he just nailed it. I mean, every word, everything. He's so fucking good in that show. He sells the unbelievable. He makes you feel for the darkest of, he makes you root
for the bad guy.
For the darkest of human beings. Yeah. The guy who doesn't give a shit. The guy who just is willing to do anything at all costs to make a little extra money or save his family. But I think, you can throw that premonition away about episode number 12 when he starts manufacturing blue meth and selling it to children. But at the end of the day, he sells it. Like, Bryan Cranston makes that show. And Aaron Paul, too, of course. But when is Aaron Paul going to do something else?
He's done some other things.
Has he?
Yeah.
Not a thing I can think of.
I can't remember exactly off the top of my head.
He did the follow-up movie.
Well, he did the movie, yeah. But he's done, I feel like, a couple other things where he played a different character.
Yeah. I wish he would just, I know. I always wish they would do, like, I wish they would do another reboot of The West Wing. I wish they would do a lot of stuff. But I really wish they would just do one more. I know they ended it, and I know it's clear that Walter died. It wasn't clear, but that's kind of what Vince Gilligan has said. I wish they would just do one more episode of Breaking Bad. Just pull it all together. What happened to everybody? Where did they go?
Well,
what
I mean,
happened?
there was the whole Better Call Saul, then, which kind of
like
overlapped into that.
Kind of overlapped
He's
into that.
Bob Odenkirk. He is in a wild movie that we just watched the other night called Normal.
Oh, Normal. I've seen that.
You watched the movie?
I haven't watched it, but I put it on my watch
list. You gotta watch the movie.
Okay.
It's wild.
Yeah.
And he does a great job. He's another really great actor.
Bob Odenkirk was such a great addition to that cast of Breaking Bad. And then Better Call Saul, in my opinion, was just as good as Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Just as good. It's slower. It's more methodical. It's less action, more character development. But man, can you get into Saul? Like I just got into Saul. I could see where Saul was coming from. I felt for this kind of like low-level con artist that just turned into this heroic criminal of a human being, and I just felt for him the entire way. I rooted for another criminal. Yeah, I guess that's the point. That's what we're supposed to do. The anti-hero, right? Oh, and then let's not forget the security guard in the movie. The what's his name? Not the actor who played him, but who's the guy that was in both Better Call Saul and Mike.
Yeah.
Fucking Mike.
Oh, that guy. He is fantastic. Yeah.
He's scary. Just looking at that guy scares me, right? But he is so bone-chillingly scary.
He is.
That's another one. In Better Call Saul, you start to like uncover a little bit behind what's behind Mike. And man, it's layer after layer. Vince just did it right. I watched a show one time about how Vince and the writing staff got into how they did this. They would get together and they would storyboard a season, but they were just like brainstorming all these ideas and how the connective tissue came back and how do we wrap this up, and just the amazing amount of talent that must have been in that room to come up with the story and the plot points that really all come together in the end. There's not a fucking loose end besides what happened to the family, where do we go from here kind of thing. Everything just like zipped up in a little nice, neat little bag, and almost every episode was left with a cliffhanger that led you to the next thing. So good. Brilliant. Peak television. What do we have now? Love Island.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, where do we have now? Love Island. Love Island, a Bachelor, season number 82 or whatever.
No, there's a lot of that for sure.
Oh, it's all crap.
God.
It's all crap, but I watch it.
Yeah, exactly. When I come in here in TLCs.
I know. Speaking of tearjerker, I was watching Balin. You remember? Do you know Balin?
Yes, I remember talking about Balin. Yeah.
Yeah, the girl
Balin
who has
Out Loud.
Balin Out Loud. The girl who has terrible Tourette's syndrome. I mean, like really affected by this terrible version of Tourette's syndrome. They call it ticking. She ticks all the time. And TLC has now put this show out. It starts at 9:00 at night on Tuesdays, and they just let it fly. She says all kind of crazy shit, like "put your dick in my mouth, bitch," "stiff it in my ass," and she says all this stuff, and there's no bleeping whatsoever, none. I mean, sometimes they bleep out the fucks, but besides, and that's only sometimes. They just let it fly. And poor Balin, I mean, she's like, this is a crippling disease for her. You can imagine she can't even make it through the grocery store without causing. Without having tics that people probably don't understand at first. And she got married. And so now they're doing like the big 2-part wedding thing.
Okay.
So fuck this guy, Colin, her husband. Fuck him. And I'm going to tell you why fuck him. And fuck you, Colin. If you're watching this, fuck you. I'll tell you why. Colin takes the time to write a letter to every single maid of honor, bridesmaid, and the maid of honor. Then takes the time to write letters to his parents. Then takes the time to write letters to her parents. And these letters are fucking beautiful. They are, every one of them is fucking beautiful. Fucking tear-jerking. Fuck you, Colin. You made the rest of us look terrible. Terrible. You're setting the bar so high, dude. Like, who's going to do that? There's 22 bridesmaids, and you wrote every one of them a letter explaining how meaningful they were to the relationship and why they were important. And so that, these girls are reading these letters, and the parents are reading the letters. Everybody's fucking crying because Colin nails it. Like fucking, Cyrano de Bergerac or whatever that guy's name is. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. he nails every one of these, and it's just like tears flying everywhere. So I'm watching this morning when I'm taking a shower, and I'm like, I'm crying. I'm like, fuck. It's bailing out loud. I'm not supposed to cry. I'm supposed to laugh at the girl who says funny things at inappropriate moments. And Colin's making everybody cry and setting the bar so fucked. Thank God I'm not getting married again. Thank God. Because after today, everyone has to write a letter to every bridesmaid. That's the way you have to do it now, or you're going to be an asshole. You, Colin.
AI helps with that.
True. I was looking for signs of AI writing.
Yes.
And listen, I'm not putting it past the guy, but it did seem pretty heartfelt. So, and I know AI can get that right too, but even if he went through the exercise of doing AI, it's still a cut above what most of us would have done.
Yeah.
I don't even think I wrote Astrid a note on our wedding day. Actually, I did. That's not true. I did. I also bought her 1,000 roses. So
that's right.
Top that, Colin. Top
that's
that.
Right.
I filled the entire bridal suite with roses.
How romantic. You're such a romantic.
From Costco. But hey, listen,
hey,
whatever.
You did it.
I did it. I went through the drama. I put it all together. So, taunt, Colin. Throw the gauntlet down, buddy. Nah, cheers, Colin. Good job, buddy. Good job. And then the dad, it must be hard to have that kind of problem growing up.
Of course.
And as it unravels and unfolds and all the drama, and she said herself, a couple of years ago, she was in a really bad suicidal mental place because of all of this stuff, the crushing weight of never having a normal moment. Yeah. And the dad, it's clear the two of them are like, she's a daddy's girl, and the dad is so emotional about all of this, and all I can think about is my own daughters when I'm watching this show. And so it's like I'm just like thank God I'm in the shower, just all the tears just washing down. Yeah, I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this. Why am I doing this?
I love that you just watch shows in the shower.
Yeah, it took me an hour to watch that episode. That's why my water bill is $772 a month. It's either water or Jonas Brothers. We'll figure it out. One of the two. All right. Well, listen, thanks for joining us. We're going to do another episode. So if you're streaming, and if you're not streaming, youtube.com/thecommercialbreak, you'll be able to get notified. Hit that subscribe button. I know it's a vanity metric, but what it does help is it does help notify you when we go live. You can also follow us at The Commercial Break on Instagram, TCB Podcast on TikTok. And what else? Yeah, that's it. If you want to get a hold of us, DM us on Instagram. We got a couple of extra Ask TCBs.
Ooh, I love those.
So there you go. We'll check that out. We have lots more to talk about. We'll take a short break, and then we'll be back. I'm going to go check and make sure the charge for the Jonas Brothers cleared. Yes. And while I go get angry at the Jonas Brothers that I have to clean my own pool, I mean, honestly, like a solar-powered robot skimmer, it just solves all the problems. Yes, it's a big robot on the top of your pool. Well, I have a big robot in the bottom of my pool, but listen.
You do have a birthday coming up.
I do have a birthday coming up. I told Astrid that's what I wanted, and she was like, "That's what you want for your birthday?" And I'm like, "Honey, you don't understand.
Yeah.
If I got you a vacuum, wouldn't work. But if you get me a robot, it works."
Yes.
Okay, I guess that's all I can do for right this moment.
I think so.
Okay, but we'll be back shortly. I'll tell you I love you.
And I love you.
Best to you.
Best to you.
Best to you out there in the podcast universe and streaming universe. Until next time, Krissy and I will say, we do say, and we must say, goodbye. Till 30 in the morning!